interesting fight.
For me, Danny, right, if I'm AJ's team, I would be like, hold on a minute. Give Wallin the ball. We'll fight Jarrell Miller. That's just me. If I'm Anthony Joshua's manager.
I agree.
That's just me. So when anybody, honestly, I'm going to get so many pricks on here saying, oh, what's this twat on about? No, I'm just telling you my opinion because I'm telling you from a commercial perspective and the fight being... Listen, by the way, Jarrell Miller is a top guy if you've ever met him. He really is. He's a top guy. He's a right laugh to be around as well.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I have met him.
But yeah, he is. He honestly is. However, he's a much easier night's work than Otto Wallin, right? And there's beef there. I just find it insane that if I'm AJ's manager, I'd be like, hold on a minute. You give Otto Wallin Daniel Dubois and we'll fight Jarrell Miller, please. I just think it's tasty. I think the build-up would be great. I think the press conference would be really good, and it'd be like they can kind of pick up where they left off. I thought that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. So what do I know? But that's what I would have done if I was AJ's manager. I would have said, hold on a minute. Give Dubois Otto Wallin, please. You can have the big southpaw with a good chin and hard nights. We'll have Jarrell Miller, please.
Those are the words of Sam Jones. If you guys don't know Sam Jones, he is the charismatic manager of many, including Joe, the Juggernaut Joyce. And he stated if he was the manager of Anthony Joshua, he would have Jarrell Miller instead of Otto Wallin. And you know something? He has a point. He definitely has a point. Why? Because they have unfinished business. They have history. They have bad blood. Remember, guys, it wasn't Andy Ruiz that sold all those tickets in 2 hours. It was Anthony Joshua and Jarrell Miller. It was the good guy versus the bad guy. That's what it was. That was the scenario. Okay? And Jarrell Miller showed to be more of a true dirtbag or a true bad guy when he tests positive for multiple supplements. Okay? So, but that shouldn't have just got him off the hook from never fighting anybody, because it's almost like the things that he attempted to do warrants an ass whooping. Okay? It shouldn't have been, oh man, he cheated, he doesn't fight, and then we never see that fight again. No, these guys went from Sway in the morning. They went from the Breakfast Club. They went on Beyond the Gloves, which they had an unreleased episode of them guys freestyling back and forth. Then Jarrell Miller, according to Anthony Joshua, got the better of them in that rap battle. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why it wasn't released. You know what I mean? Because you would think that would still been released, but nonetheless, the tickets sold out of the wazoo. Okay? And Otto Wallin, from a technical standpoint, from a challenge standpoint, yeah, Otto Wallin is better on paper because he gave Fury hell, and Fury's supposed to just slapped around Jarrell Miller, knocked him down 7 times and sent him packing. Okay, that was a word around the campfire a few years ago. More than a few. Damn near maybe about 5 or 6. But nonetheless, Otto Wallin showed that he has a chin. He showed he has will. He didn't go down against Tyson Fury, and he gave Tyson Fury hell. He hurt Tyson Fury in the last round. And that fight, honestly, by technicality, should have been stopped based on the severity of those cuts. So Anthony Joshua taking him on, yeah, it sounds honorable or whatever, but from a marketing standpoint, yeah, Jarrell Miller's still undefeated. He's 26-0, no losses, a draw or 2, but 22 wins by knockout. You know what I mean? I would love to give that guy the first loss of his career officially. You know what I mean? Despite the losses that he took out of the ring. But no, I would like to give him that one officially, if I'm Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? But I think that just shows you what Eddie Hearn, how he dictates certain things at this point of, or really all the time, always. Because, Jarrell Miller should, he shouldn't have that opportunity, but I think the whole idea of punishing Jarrell Miller is not necessarily getting him the fights that he wants, because it would be like the bad guy won. I get it, but at some point, you're not going to stop the bad guy. You just have to realize the bad guy is the bad guy. So since he is the bad guy and he's the guy frowned upon, he has to have or play a certain part in this play, okay? That this play played very, very seriously. Okay, so I do agree with Sam. I think that AJ versus Jarrell Miller, the buildup would be big because Jarrell Miller he's back to talk more shit. And AJ of today, okay, not that peaking AJ that was kind of peeking his head up like he was getting mad and angry and frustrated and coming all unglued, if you guys can remember. And they were like, okay, well, who is this guy? Who is this AJ back in 2019? Remember? We didn't even know him saying, shut the fuck up. I'll slice him and he's nothing. He's empty, and all that stuff. And he got shoved by Jarrell Miller. And Jarrell Miller pissed him off. Jarrell Miller did what he's supposed to set out to do, was to get up under AJ's skin, and he did that. Well, imagine what he can do now, since AJ's kind of really, not the person he was in 2019, or that's the person that he didn't receive to be in 19. He is now more of a firecracker now. So imagine if Jarrell Miller and Anthony Joshua did fight, and imagine what Jarrell Miller would do and say, and to make that pretty much like a Derek Chisora versus Dillian White 1. I wouldn't see anything less than that, because Jarrell Miller, he's back on the scene. And if he's back on the scene and he's clean, he will get that fight, and that fight will happen. You know what I mean? And so we will see a totally different fight from that AJ from 2019 to this Jarrell Miller in 2023, right? Because Jarrell Miller's, he's cheeseburgers now. Anthony Joshua, he's AJ Light. He wasn't heavy AJ like before. He's AJ Light. He wants to take it light. He wants to take it more of a passive approach, more of a safe approach, versus a guy that's constantly pissing him off before he gets in the ring. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Sam Jones stating that they're making a mistake. Otto Wallin should fight Daniel Dubois, which would be a good fight as well. And AJ should take on Miller. Cheeseburgers, Jarrell in the building. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.